What's up, Internet? My name's Eric. I'm the design director at ProtouringTexas, and the team and I have put together a really cool truck. We've been pumping out some kick-ass muscle cars. If you haven't seen those, click the little link above, go check them out. We decided to grab just a junky old truck, pretty much the worst one we could find, and turn it into one of the most badass trucks you'll ever drive in your life. Check it out. This project is a 1978 C10, bare bones, no AC, straight six, 3 on the tree, pretty much a truck that nobody would want. But the guy that owns this thing had a vision. He scoured the internet, he found the look he was after, he had the truck bought and shipped to us in it super affordably, because, you know, at that point, one of those trucks is not rare. It's kind of a throwaway for most people. But we kind of knew going into it, we were going to change things up a bit. We were going to do a Forgeline wheel that's kind of a JDM style. You usually see them in like a 16 or 17 inch wheel. This truck's packing 22s all the way around, but you never know this thing is like a JDM style type of wheel that you're used to seeing. I think it looks awesome on the truck. So the truck gets to us. It barely ran. It was kind of just pieced together with probably 4 or 5 other trucks. None of the trim matched, but no matter. We didn't really care. We knew we were going to gut the thing. So first things first, we took the body off the old frame, ditched all the old parts, reached out to Roadstershop to get a SPEC chassis for this thing. This particular one is a slammed SPEC coilover chassis. We did the single adjustable coilovers, powder coated the frame, stainless steel brake lines, and of course, just like with every build, we went with the Pro Plus 14-inch Baer brakes. So you've got 6 pistons all the way around, so it's got maximum stopping power. Gandred Chevrolet hooked us up with a 525 horse crate motor, LS3, with the 6L80 transmission, and this is actually running a Holley Terminator wiring harness in this thing. So we use a lot of PSI, we use a lot of Terminator, but we wanted to run the 6-speed effectively with ease, and Holley just came out with a new kit, so make sure you check that if you need one for your project. But we didn't touch the paint on this thing. Like, what you see is how it came, minus our friends over at Detailing Garage putting a buffer on it. It's not ceramic coated, it's not anything but simply polished. I think it shows amazing. Like, the details that the owner wanted to put in this thing really kind of come to light when you start kind of walking around the car. Blacked out grille, blacked out headlight bezels. You know, some of the billet pieces on this thing from Ring Brothers and Eddie Motorsports really kind of tie it together with the interior with a badass steering wheel from Spark Industries. So the details that you get to see on this thing today are really, really cool. And it's a very unsuspecting truck. You can park this thing in any parking lot. No one's ever gonna suspect how badass this thing is underneath. Because hey, it just looks like a shitty old truck on the outside. Stance on this particular build was really important for the owner of this one. So slammed SPEC, Roadstershop chassis on coilovers, so you can't lift this thing for more lift. So we'd spent a lot of time measuring to make sure to get the maximum turn out of these wheels, and the 22s were gonna fit. But getting this thing super low to the ground led to needing a notch in the bed of this truck. So we got part of our team to help us out to get this stuff built. It's all bead rolled, it matches all the really cool work under the engine bay. But the cool thing about this is It's all patina painted. Our folks over at Panther City Collision that are painting all of our cars for us right now really came through with keeping the patina correct on this to kind of fit the vibe of the truck. We'll get some close-up detail shots of that so you can see it on camera as well. But all of this really came together in the engine bay. If you watch some of my videos, you know I'm a big engine guy. Let's check out some of the details up here. It doesn't matter if you're driving a Pinto or a Pagani. When you bring a car to Protouring Texas, you're gonna get the same results. We want clean, we want effective, we want modern amenities. Everything in this engine bay is super thoughtful to not only hide the systems that make a vehicle work, but also make it look like it doesn't exist in the vehicle. We were extremely thoughtful to hide all of the wiring inside the fenders. We were extremely thoughtful to hide all the hoses inside the fenders. So when you come up and look at these things, you simply see the engine sitting in the bay that almost looks like it doesn't have the ability to run because you can't see any of the wires. You don't even notice it has air conditioning unless you know that's the AC compressor sitting there, because everything is gone off the firewall, super clean, super functional. And if you bring a car to us at Protouring Texas, this is the same result you're gonna get over and over and over. So the interior on this thing, we wanted to just keep it classy but freshen things up, and we wanted to keep the crusty vibe of the truck true. So the customer really wanted to like incorporate a serape blanket in this thing because the colors really kind of vibe hard with what the truck is itself. He sent us a blanket, and then we kind of went to work on how are we going to fit this thing in here. Reached out to PG Upholstery, had them do door panels, visors, the seats. We installed an audio system in this thing, hid everything behind the seats with a set of buddy buckets and the slosh tubs speaker setup. When you check this thing out, it looks like a new modern truck. It's all wrapped in a really nice high-grade vinyl, looks like leather. All new trim pieces. These cool little billet badges that say subtle square, you know, that way it kind of lends to, hey, there's some details that show it's a custom truck, but you know, maybe it's just a crusty truck and you don't know what's underneath there, right? But our go-to, as always, is a vintage air system. This has got the Gen 5 vintage air. Blows hard, doesn't use as many amps. And it's got a set of Dakota Digital gauges. It's kind of the go-to. If you want something to work, use products that kill it every time. This is just another version of a Protouring Texas vehicle that's got killer parts, that was assembled with care. I couldn't ask for a better outcome for a badass truck. We've done several trucks with ride tech stuff, and it's, you know, it's night and day between stock and something a little more performance, but there's nothing that matches a chassis vehicle, be it a car or a truck. So we wanted to step up a notch on this one and just do a premium classic car. So Roadstershop chassis underneath this thing, rack and pinion, comes standard with a 9-inch. Picked our gear selection for the rear to go with the 22s. It handles well, it drives amazing, it's super confidence inspiring. Like, it's literally like driving a new car. It's fucking crazy how good cars can be if you just reuse the right stuff up front. The initial cost is expensive, kind of like doing an LS swap. The initial cost is expensive, but once you're in it, it's easy to maintain, it's dependable to use. Put your family in it and just enjoy it. It's really the best thing about building classic cars for folks like this. The cars have gotten so good, and that a lot of that has to do with the vendors that are available today helping us get this done. So thank you guys for helping us get here, and thank you to customer for building this truck. Mike's a good dude. He came down and hung out with us at LS Fest. We had a blast. He got to see his truck finished, so really us filming this YouTube is about the last time we're going to see it. Going to be sad to see it go because it's a ton of fun to drive. If there is anything I wanted to change about this truck is that it's not mine. It's really that cool. I dig it. At first, I wasn't a fan of the copper, and previous owner had wiped some like Poppy's patina clear coat on this thing, which is a huge no-no. Don't do that. You can't wipe on a clear coat. It doesn't work that way. You gotta spray it. But thankfully, Justin over at Detailing Garage and his crew were able to polish on this thing and buff on this thing. God, I think they had it for a month. Probably burnt through 100 polishing pads to get this paint nice and shiny, looking good. Try to get rid of all that extra. These trucks are sprayed with single stage paint, so they buff back. Amazing. There's no reason to mess it up with a clear coat when you have patina this good. Something else you might notice being on the highway doing 70 miles an hour is it's pretty quiet in here. A lot of these old trucks whistle like crazy. But thanks to precision replacement parts, we got this thing all sealed up, all new door rubbers, window felts, windshield seal, rear glass. Got this thing nice and tight, very little wind noise. You know, classic cars are never perfect, but did a great job getting this one sealed up and enjoyable. It's Gen 5 vintage air. I don't even have it all the way up, and it's cooling the truck down super nice. Really comfortable. Really proud of this one. If you're thinking to have a classic car or truck built, reach out to us. You can hit me in my email. It's eric@ProtouringTexas.com. Go to the website, ProtouringTexas.com. Any of our social medias, it's just @ProtouringTexas. You can find us. We're happy to answer your questions or help you out with your build, or help do a build for you. Either way, that's what we're here for, is to help keep classic cars on the road, keep families enjoying what real small town America is about, is the open road and sightseeing and traveling, seeing cool places, visiting more people, making more friends. You know, living in small cities and never going anywhere, it's not good for anybody. There's so much beauty to be seen out in the world. Do it in a classic car. You'll have more fun.